me so much because not only the fact that they kill him, but the brutality of the killing, the way they took him from me, the things they do.
6 months ago, you lost your son. How has it been for you? How has it been for you so far?
Well, I can tell you I've not been sleeping. I hardly eat. I've developed this problem with my stomach that I am in pain most days. I pray a lot and just hoping that I would get some comfort by hearing something from the police that they have reached somewhere in finding these people.
You're here to clear his name. Why is it so important to clear his name?
It is important because I have not known that about my son. My son is, I know he has a bad temper. He had a bad temper, but if he's not being provoked, you would never know that he have a temper because he's always smiling. He's always willing to help, and I can't see why the police would seems to say these things about him. I don't know if my son being a violent person because Duane Park had become divided into two sections. My son go to inside of Duane Park, in around Brook Valley, and this around Sherlock side. Any part of Duane Park, my son was able to walk, to sit down and talk with people. Because my son have a policy. He said, Mommy, me and nobody now born and grow up together. I play together and I eat out of one pot. And then we have an argument and we have a pray for kill him. That's not necessary. If you know each other so long and you have an argument, you must can talk it over without want to kill each other. So why would my son want to kill anybody in Duane Park and everybody in Duane Park and him born and grow up? My son may not be the intellect, but he is not a troublemaker. He's far from being a troublemaker. And my son is a very kind-hearted person. He worked on the site that was in Duane Park. Apart from that, my son cooks. Whenever his friends or anybody having a party, they would ask him to cook for them. He himself has cook out and so forth. So I don't even know how to because every time I start talking, it hurt me so much because not only the fact that they kill him, but the brutality of the killing, the way they took him from me, the things they do. People in the community identify the persons, and that was all in my son's head. Say it is the person, that person. And I called them and I told them, yes, this person is leaving the island. And nobody did anything to stop it. And they were so quick to come on the news and label my son as violent producer. And because he is labeled as a violent producer, nobody seems to be interested to find this killer and to give justice.
How much money were you told they paid to kill your son?
2.5 million. 2.5 million.
And to your best knowledge, you don't know why anyone would want to harm your son?
I don't know why, and that is what I am interested to know. Why would somebody want to kill my son and would go to the extent to pay that much money to get rid of my child, and in such a brutal manner.
What is your own theory behind Yanni's death?
I feel that there's somebody who wants to come into the community and run the community, and my son and those two guys may be entering it.
In what way?
In what way? Because they talk to the youth all the while. They talk to the youth and tell them not to do certain things. Try to get them from, steer them from doing certain things. Right? I know my son, I hear my son talking on the phone already to him friend, and I say, oh, if you want hurt the people them were in the community, we don't want to born and grow. That's not right, you can't do that. And the guy has said to him, say, and that me I try to talk to them, but it's like them not listen. My son did not live over here. And they know that my son don't live over here. My son came over because I was sick and I was in the hospital. And he came over to stay with me.
The police said that before his death, before he died, they tried to talk to Yanni on a number of occasions, but they didn't get a chance. Did he ever express to you, did you know after the police trying to reach out to him to talk to him about anything?
Except for the one time that he went in, and I think that was in April. I think that was in April or May. And they had him for 4 days, I think. I think they had him like from the Monday, and they let him out the Thursday. Right, when I went there, the police officer told me that he was not arrested, he was not charged. They just wanted to talk to him, to question him. And that's what they told me, and I leave it there because I even asked them if I should go and get a lawyer. And they said, if I want to, but it's not necessary. I went and I got the lawyer. The time the lawyer is to go down to the police station, my son called me and said, Mommy, they let me go. Right? So I said, where are you? Him said, over by his house in Corville Gardens. And I went over there and I talked to him. I said, Yanni, what is it? Him said, Mommy, I don't know what's going on, but something is going on where I don't understand. That's what he said to me. He said, because of pure foolishness, them ask me. Right? He said, it's pure foolishness, them ask me. And I don't understand why them ask me them foolish questions, because I never even there in Jamaica when them things there happen. I went to the police and asked him, and he said he knows nothing about it, and it being wanted or being looked at as a person of interest, other than the time when they took him in, and they took him in, talked to him and let him go. So after that, they had no interest in him after that.
Did he have any children?
He has a daughter and a son. His daughter is in England, his son is in America. His daughter is 21, his son is 14.
What was he like as a father?
You know, very loving person. And I would be so happy if you could have talked with his daughter, because she would tell you. And he has a stepdaughter. I wish that you could talk to her. She's 12 years old. She would be able to tell you what he was, like what he was as a father, who he was. My son has a very special love for children. Very special love for children. And no matter how they behave or he could always reach them. He could always reach them.
Do you have a message for your son's killers?
The only message I have for them is God is watching us, and He knows exactly what is happening and what has happened. and everybody going to get their turn. Everybody's going to get their turn. My son has a saying, he said, only God can judge me. Well, I am telling them, I am not here to judge anybody, but God will judge them. God will judge them, and their payday will come.